Welcome back to my channel, Gringo Recaps. Please like this video and hit subscribe so we can continue on this crazy Colombian cinematic journey together. All right, Colombia, strap in for the second recap of the week because we're celebrating Colombia's second win and moving on to the knockout round in the World Cup. I just survived La Pena Máxima, a 2001 Colombian flick directed by some guy named Jorge Echeverri. My Spanish skills? Non-existent, like I can say hola and cerveza, and that's it. So when the title came up, I thought it meant the maximum pain or biggest headache ever. Turns out it's something like capital penalty or maximum penalty. As an American who knows jack about Colombian cinema, this felt like a fever dream where soccer obsession meets bad life decisions, all in rapid Spanish that sounded like an auctioneer on caffeine. The star of this low-budget flick is Mariano. Dude's a boring public employee, the kind of guy who blends into the office wallpaper, but put a soccer match in front of him and he turns into a full-blown maniac. The Colombian team is playing Argentina in a massive qualifier for the World Cup at El Campín Stadium in Bogota. Mariano is obsessed. Like, this match is more important than oxygen. When we first meet Mariano, he shows up at the stadium where his younger brother Saul is already in line for tickets. The two of them are hyped, arguing, scheming, classic brother chaos. The acting here is poor, but energetic. Mariano has this deadpan, stressed-out face that works for the character, but some of the supporting cast delivers dialogue like they're reading a phone book in a hurricane. The Spanish flies so fast, my subtitles were basically having a stroke. I'm sitting there squinting like, wait, did he just bet the rent money? Yeah, he did. Mariano, in his infinite wisdom, starts making insane bets because Colombia has to win. Then it escalates. Mariano's got a wife, Luz Derry, who seems way too normal for this circus, and an Uncle Pedro who's involved in the betting madness. The family arguments are loud, constant, and delivered with that corner bar energy where everyone talks over each other. Dialogue is peak yelling equals comedy. Very critical here, it gets exhausting fast. We see Mariano at work, supposedly being a responsible government drone, but he's completely checked out, listening to soccer updates, dodging his boss, making terrible choices left and right. This is where the chain of mistakes really kicks in. He bets money he doesn't have, including the savings for an apartment with his wife. The acting shines a bit with Mariano's growing panic. He sells the desperation. But some side characters feel like they wandered in from a different, cheaper movie. The comedy tries hard with slapstick mishaps and awkward situations, but it often lands with a thud for a clueless gringo like me who has no clue about Colombian soccer history or cultural obsession. Eventually, things spiral as game day approaches. Mariano's juggling family obligations, lies piling up, shady deals, and more bad decisions than a drunk Vegas tourist. There's this whole sequence with the uncle and the brother where the tension between family first and soccer or death hits peak absurdity. Saul brings some decent energy and comedic timing, but overall the cast feels uneven. Some natural performances mixed with very stagey, overacted moments. No fancy special effects here, it's all practical chaos, traffic jams, crowded stadium vibes, and people sweating profusely under Bogota's whatever weather. The whole film is this black comedy/drama hybrid about how soccer fever turns a regular dude into a walking disaster. Based on my limited cinematic expertise, it felt like The Big Lebowski had a baby with a soccer hooligan documentary, but filtered through low-budget 2001 production values and way too much yelling. The pacing drags in places, the humor relies heavily on cultural context I don't have, and I spent half the runtime lost in the dialogue. Look, I get that soccer is religion in Colombia, and it's not even called soccer, but this is what happens when one match becomes more important than your entire future. Mariano's obsession is both hilarious and painfully relatable if you've ever bet on anything stupid. I'll give this Colombian comedy 1 out of 10 in Spanish comprehension. I understood the ball moving better than the words. 6 out of 10 in emotional damage, secondhand stress from bad decisions, plus mild headache from subtitles. 5 out of 10 in understanding what happened. Soccer obsession ruins life, I think, and the chance an American survives watching this, 55%, you'll live, but you might develop a sudden fear of betting in subtitles. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this recap, drop a comment, and let me know what epic Colombian movie I should review next.